For some reason on Samsung phones, you frame yourself nicely on the screen and then find out once you press record, it zooms in and you suddenly get massive. Anyway, I much prefer this frame. I do have a habit of getting way too close to the camera. So I've got my beer. I've got really nice side bits going on here at the moment. It's taken me 44 years to grow them. Now, let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, I had a toy. And I lived in a house full of girls. And it's very difficult to convince girls that if you have a toy, the missiles and the parts and stuff that comes with that toy are important. Because the girls look at the toy and just go, "You stupid twat, Dave. No wonder you haven't got a girlfriend. You play with toys and you're in your late 30s. This was a while ago. Anyway, I got a toy that I was really proud of and I loved it. Thought it was brilliant. And then one day they knocked it off the side, lost one of the missiles and lost a tail fin. And for love nor money, I searched the house high and low and couldn't find it. And it was very early on in my collecting. It was 2008, 2007, 2008, something like that. And I actually spat my dummy out to the point where I just went, right, fuck all of you. And I put the toy in the bin. Because if it wasn't complete, I didn't want to have it. Which makes me a massive dick. And to this day, I still regret it. However, recently I've had quite a 2007 movie resurgence. Because Great Big Brawl, Great Big Barricade, on the way is Great Big Helicopter Man. And I like this kind of shit. I just like movie shit. Fuck you, G1ers. I am a movie guy. I like the movies. Anyway, so we've been lucky enough recently that there are things to do in Southampton lately which are nerdy. Places to go with other nerds and do nerdy things and buy nerdy stuff and touch lovely plastic with my hands, because that's where it's at. And when we were looking at the lovely plastic, this toy, which I have showed you before, because we did a haul video for it. But I said to the guy, how much is that? Expecting it to be about £20. And if it was about £20, then I was going to buy it. Then he said a tenner in the box. And I literally fucking bit his hand off, because this toy for a tenner is absolutely stunning. Story over, refocusing the camera. There's a little AF thing down here, which I'm going to press that and see what it does. Right, so 3 minutes in. And I'm going to show you Deep Space Starscream. Now, the toy I had in the first place was Skywarp. I had a black and purple version of this thing, and it was absolutely fucking beautiful. This, however, the Deep Space one came out. Now, I actually asked the lovely lady in my life to Google this before I turned the camera on. So the original one that came out that I never bought was just grey all over. This is the super hoi polloi sexy repaint. This is the one that you want to have. This came out in 2008, the year after the movie, when they actually redesigned the boxes and did a whole load of other shizzle. And they just put premium paint jobs. This was the premium range. They did Barricade, they did all sorts of stuff. Look at that. That is shit. Let's call a spade a spade. It's beautiful shit, but it is shit. If you compare this to what is around now, yes, it's shit. But this is a 2007 toy. This was designed in 2007. And it's junk, but it's beautiful junk. And it's enormous. And it's one of the things that I really miss about the movie toys, because Brawl, when he came out, was huge. And Ratchet, when he came out, was even huger. Starscream here, pretty big toy. And then now you've got the movie stuff, which is this. I mean, look. This is the best that we can make now, and if you get Studio Series, which is ridiculously small, and compare it to Starscream, look at that! This is massive. I mean, just it goes to show you what's changed. Now, there are a couple of cool things this thing does, and one of them I'm terrified to show you. But you've got these hideous, great big guns under here, which are his arms. I'm not going to sugar the pill, but you've got a flap here, which I'm going to fold down like that. And then you've got these wheels. Now, if you roll the wheels around... Ah! There's one. And then you roll the wheel around again. Ready. Oh! And... Oh! That didn't shoot out. What do you want? Oh, right. So, when you roll them along, which I'm not going to do on the floor. Where are they? I'm going to get paranoid about these now because I've just had a big old lecture about not losing missiles. When you roll it along on the little wheel, it shoots the thing out. But look. Whee! How can you not love that? That's 2007 at its very best. Now, let me just remove these.
Fuck missiles.
Yeah, fuck missiles. So you need gravity on them to make the release work. Right, so I've got rid of all of those. And I'm going to show you the toy. It does nothing. It has the world's ugliest front on it, which is absolutely disgusting. From the underneath, now, I'll give it this. This is not an aeroplane with a robot underneath, because if you were to look at that from underneath, that is not a robot, is it? It doesn't really look like arms. They don't really look like legs. It's hideous, hideous kibble junk that's underneath, yes, but it's not any of that other stuff. It's got this disgusting great big strip down here, which is absolutely vile. And it's got this really needless Cybertronian guff here, which is shit as well. And it's got this weird landing thing here, which I don't know if it's... What is it? It doesn't need to be there, but it's...
You're not selling this toy.
I'm not selling the toy. I do love the toy. But the point is, in 2007, this thing was absolutely magnificent. Look at the tampos. Look there. Look at the tampos on there. They are beautiful. It's got... Where are they? I thought I had... Maybe it's on the other one. No, it's not. I'm talking out my arse. So it's got this really nice... Let's see if I can... Decepticon logos on the tail fins. It doesn't have the tattoos because it's pre-tattoo time, which is kind of why I like it. It does have a head sticking out the back, which is terrible. And it's got feet sticking out the back, which is also terrible. But the way it transforms into a robot is absolutely bonkers. And you would never, ever, ever get a transformation like that with a modern movie toy, or a modern toy even, because it's just it's transcended being cray now. So you're going to take the front of the aeroplane and you're going to dig your fingernails in, because this bit underneath is going to separate, and you're going to lift that up, okay, and we'll leave that like that for the moment. In here on these flump bits, you're going to take that and pull that out. You're going to take that and pull that out, which is going to allow you to start moving some stuff around. Also, if you take his toes, and you're just going to push the toe and push that up like that. And then what you're going to do is take these bits here with my crappy lighting today, because I just was inspired to do it and can't be asked to go and find proper lighting, because it's just a shonky idiot that I am. So you're going to pull those up and release these, which is going to leave sort of flappy bits. Now, you wouldn't get this in modern engineering because it's not very strong. It doesn't really look very nice, but to me, it's bloody fantastic and reminiscent of what things were. So you're going to take this, look, let's do it like that, see if it works. Yeah, take that, okay, lift it out, pull the leg off altogether, which kind of isn't what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. So can you see you've got these long stretchy bits here, like that? What I want to do is push that, look. You're pushing it up through that centerpiece, extending the legs. So you're going to push that up through the centerpiece, extending the legs. And they're on these hollow bits here. And all you're going to do is literally rotate that around the other way, rotate that around the other way, close these bits back up, and lift that up like that. And you started making the legs. You take the feet, put the feet down like that. Screw holes everywhere. Kind of these days, I don't think people would like that quite so much. Back then, it just seemed acceptable. There's a Starscream stick. So the head sculpt is, compared to modern Starscreams, that is trash. But it's kind of like the worse it is, the more I like it. Because it's like, oh, it's almost like they're just going, oh, it doesn't matter. It's just kids that are going to buy this rubbish. And it didn't realise that it wasn't just kids that were going to buy it. So what we need to do now is pull that down, get all of that out. Oh, so you're going to take the wings. You're going to pull gently on the wings and just start dismantling stuff. You see how that's come apart at the side, right? So this is a lever. This is like a handle that you're going to push up. So as you push that, let's start folding some wings away. Can you see these great big, dirty, great big holes there, which the current Optimus has got, and that they definitely still exist all these years later. So you're going to fold all of that up like that, okay? And then you're going to take the gumph in the middle, and forgive me because I'm going to look a bit closer at doing this because I don't want to break it and it's not the easiest thing in the world. That's why it's not working. Take the arms, put the arms to the side, okay? And then you're going to take this folding mechanism, which I'm just going to sort of coerce ever so gently. Move that out like that. And can you see the centerpiece moving up? That's clever. Look at that. That's 2007. That's pre-Mech Alive. So you're going to push all of that up and then rotate that thing up into place. Fold it like that. It's not going to click in anywhere, which is super disappointing. Well, it might do. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, it does. I was just not brave enough with it. And then push the little cockpit down like that. That's your Starscream. Okay. So what we're going to do now is bring that up. Yeah, so that's just going to stay like that. So we're going to bring... And that's what got lost before. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take the tail fins off. I know it's cheating, but it's just how it is. So that is going to fold around the back. That is going to fold over the top like that. Everything's just stopped on my phone because it's told me there's a warning for being 15%. Can't use the flash. Big bloody deal. Fold all of that down like that. Let's do it again so you can actually see what I just did. So, take the wing, fold it over, fold it over, fold it over, fold it backwards. That gives you the back of Starscream at the back. Now if you look at the front, you've got all of this wing stuff. So what you need to do is rotate the top bit round and make it into a shoulder. So I'm going to do the same thing again, rotate the top bit round, make it into a shoulder. That way, when you turn his noggin around, he's got a noggin. So what we're going to do, just to sort of finish all of this stuff off, if we turn him round like that, there are rotating joints on the hips underneath. You can turn that, move it in. Turn that, move it in. You're going to rotate the leg, like he says. So hold it like that, rotate it like that, put the feet down. Hold it like that, rotate it like that, put the feet down. I don't know which way is forward and which way is back. Yes, I've got it right. Because he's a chicken legger. So you put the chicken leg back like that. Do the same to the other one. Nice ratchets on this. Sort of, I believe Vangelis would call it a buttery ratchet. Where is Vangelis? What's he been doing? Now I've got to fix it for a moment because I've done that wrong. And now I have to re-push that bracket thing down like so, because I'm hoping it'll click into place. Are we ready? Go like that, and then go like that. Hold it. Which I bet is why this toy was for sale, because the leg is mildly wonky. There you go, did all of that off camera. Brilliant, like a professional. Okay, so there you got all of that sort of stuff. Move them out to the side like that, and now he's going wee on. So fold all of that up like that, and then that's quite clever because you've got a little peg there and a hole there. The peg meets into the hole. Press it in gently, and there you go. And now we've got
a baby.
No, ball joints showing quite clearly up the top there. So what you've got to do is flap them on. You are supposed to do these in a much more elegant way. So you don't pop all of this ball jointy stuff apart. but I can't do it because they just pop off. It's just a fact of life. They just pop off. There is 2007 live action movie Starscream. He goes forwards, he goes backwards, not very much in either way. His legs do this weird movie thing like that, which means they can't work very well. And then if you do the check-in leg and go backwards and then backwards, which just scares me because I've got his leg on backwards, you knobber. So, because they're the same, look. Front, back, that's the back. So it's the heel spur is longer because he is mildly back heavy. It's okay, we can forget that. Arms are weird because they go sort of out like that. But they go, although they go forward like that, they've got a pretty poor elbow thing. What I do love though, in 2007 he's got these big claw things that open up when he shoots missiles out, which they explored much nicer in the leader class one that came with the Revenge of the Fallen. But what you can do is put that in, move that forwards like that, bend that up like that to give him some sort of dynamic pose, and then you open up the claw things. And at least it makes him look like he's got some sort of semblance of a hand. It really upset me that he didn't have proper hands when the original one came out. And now I've got it and it's like, well, it's a bit more dynamic than his hideous hands that he gets normally. It's good. Look at that paint job. The paint job does it. It's dark grey around the edges and this is all painted. This isn't the plastic colour. This is all super shiny silver paint. All of this is very nice. I think this is better than the Studio Series one that we've got now. That looks just that bit, not the rest of it. The rest of it's shit. It's just really nice. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. This is the 07. Beautiful, beautiful. It's got really crap posability. Everything shoots off all the time. You're bound to lose the missiles at some point. These fall off at the drop of a hat. There's loads of stuff to hate about this. But there's loads of stuff to like about this. This is Genesis. This is where the toys came from. This is why I started doing it. This is one of the toys that I bunked off work for to go to Toys R Us to buy the toy that I wanted to get when it was still exciting to buy toys, because at the time it was like, I'm a grown man buying toys. I feel kind of excited by it. These days it's just like, oh, just a crack at it. He's got these beautiful things on the sides that poke out. Look, it's weapon storage. Remember weapon storage? But even then, I mean, it's terrible weapon storage, but it is nonetheless weapon storage. These will stick out. You can store the weapons. If you're going to sit them on your shelf, you know, everything will be there when you come back to it next time. The back is moderately tidy. This isn't. You'll have to ignore it. It's the best that 2007 could offer. But I really like this. I like this a lot. It's stupid and useless and beautiful and wonderful and the beginning of a fantastic story that I just have recently really enjoyed reliving, because I thought I got into G1 for a little while. I did the whole Optimus Prime thing, and now what I realise is that I like Optimus Prime, but I like Give Me Your Face Optimus Prime. I like the fact that he's a war-torn crazy person that wants to murder you. And I like that people like this have made him that way. So my name has been Smuzno. There's no one anymore. It's nearly Christmas, and I'm enjoying doing reviews again, even if it's just waffling to a camera for no reason at all. Especially doing it like this with no edits and stuff like that. I like the flow. It's all good. I hope you're all well. If you got this far, can you put DSS, Deep Space Starscream, or just something silly at the end? But just let me know that you said hello. Subscribe, because I'm nearly at 1,500. I've got 8 people to go. It's kind of gauche talking about subscribers, but like, comment and subscribe!